So this is a story of the S14.
Oh shit.
But basically, I was delivering pizzas in this car. Man. So I bought the S14 and it was maroon, like every 240 ever. Well, 95% of them. And probably Aztec red or some technical name that somebody's gonna get mad at me for not knowing. But it was number, I wanna say 11. My 11th 240. So basically this car was almost stock. It had springs with shocks on it, and that was those were okay for a little while. And so yeah, but it did feel good, and it did last me, you know, a good 10 months or so, 2 or 3 events. But the feeling of the SR coming from a KA was awesome. The KA was the best choice I could have ever made. It is something that I think, well, not necessarily the KA. I mean, if you want to drive a Miata or an 8.6, you know, even better, more power to you. But it's just something that teaches you, something that you can't learn with power. It's the lines that you're needing to take, and the need to stay on point so that you don't fuck up your run is there, because you don't have the power to correct. You don't have the power to make it out if you start bogging down in low RPMs. You got to keep that momentum coming. Ueo is a guy that everybody should watch, drive, and learn from, man. But anyways, I digress. The S14, it was pretty much stock SR, T25, and all that goodie. I did a few top drifts. I did a few top drift limiteds. Some events, Horse Thief Mile in particular, I remember changing the turbo twice, blowing the gasket once, and something else happened, I forget. But, you know, it's just, it was a lot of working on the car, not a lot of driving, not a lot of seat time. It was a few years of that, just frustrating. I went through 4 SRs. This is currently my 4th one. And it's one that was rebuilt by a local shop. And it is currently low compression on cylinder 1, which, you know, it is what it is, and I waited quite a while. And when I did hit the shop back up after waiting and driving my KA car and ignoring it and not really wanting to deal with a problem that I knew was happening, so what I did was I waited for about a year, and then when I hit him up, he said, absolutely, I will take care of you. And yeah, I'm super pumped about that, and I can't wait to do an episode on the car going back there, and just a shop that's made of some good fiber, good moral fiber. I'm not one to put anybody on blast otherwise. That's why you haven't heard much about the car, its engine anyway, over the past couple months or maybe year. But so yeah, so that's where we're at. It's currently got, it's running, but it's low compression on cylinder 1, and it's awaiting basically what I'm thinking is going to be a fresh rebuild, unless he finds that it's in the head or something, and can fix it any other way. I'm down for any and every fix. And yeah, I just want the car feeling good. It's T25, you know, 205 horsepower, 210 horsepower maybe. I dig it, man. I like the way it feels at the foot. I adjust tire pressure to you know, feel where I want it to feel. I think I'm at like 50 cold or 40, 45 cold, something like that. I haven't drifted the car in a long time. But yeah, I really enjoy driving a car that's got a quick turbo spool, and it's not overpowered. I don't shred through tires in the car, and I feel like I can put it where I want to. It can't get out of any situation. There's times around the little house at Balcony where I would bog down if I didn't take the right line, and I like that. I need to learn the right line and be taking that every time. So still some learning to do, and I hope to do that as soon as this car gets back to me. So I've done competitions with the car. I've done fun events with the car. I've gotten in accidents, flown off track, and hit by ex-Formula D pro Hiro Sumida. This car's been through the ringer, and I always bring it back. I don't know. It's more than a car to me for some reason. I've owned 15 240s, and for some reason this Zenki feels the most mine. I don't know how to explain that. But I love the car. And the coupe, I will be honest, I do feel like the coupe is more nimble. I feel like it's a more agile feeling car, but it might just be in my head, as chassis might all feel the fucking same. Who knows? That makes me kind of want to move forward with the 13. I'm so indecisive. I will go back and forth on this 100 times in the next 2 weeks, and decisions will be made when the time feels right and I jump on them. But that's it. All right, so the parts breakdown. This car has seen a lot. I mean, I've torn through this thing basically. So it's got part shop max coilovers, as well as all the rear upper control arms and tension and toe and tie, or not tie rods, but it's got what am I running on tie rods? I'm running the angle kit. I'm running Jason Kim's Rival AutoWorks angle kit, so it's actually a combination of some stock. I want to say they're like Ultima tie rods. They're super long, and it's got an extended lower control arms so that all the geometry stays correct with those super long tie rods, and then stock S14 tie rod ends. It's the angle kit. I cannot deny is the single most important modification. I mean, single most notable modification. I don't think it's necessary to learn whatsoever. I definitely did a lot of years of drifting with stock angle, but man, once I got it, it just you really can't spin unless you try hard. I've tried hard and I've spun, but it's tough. You know, you got to really swing it. It broadens your horizons. But again, low power, even stock angle low power is recommended to begin with. But yeah, the car's got an angle kit. It's got all the adjustable arms from PBM to be able to get it tied in. So my alignment specs basically are max camber that I can run without rubbing, max caster that I can run without rubbing, and zero toe. In the rear, I run zero everything. Just zero it out. Try to get as much out of my tires as I possibly can. Yeah, I enjoy the way that feels. It feels good to me. I'll be honest, I haven't tested and tried too many setups, but this one does feel great and feels better than when I wasn't getting any alignments, and it does feel better than when I was running -2 degrees of camber. I like the max camber feel much better. Yeah, so the car stays like this. I don't change it for daily or nothing like that. It just, but also I don't daily the car every day. I would if it ran good. But yeah, I drive it anywhere it needs to go. So it's driving. So yeah, this it's got a welded diff, it's got a roll cage, jimmy up bucket seats, a jimmy up steering wheel, a stock SR, it's T25 and 370s, and a mid mount would be the only modification to the SR, as well as an exhaust. It's a straight pipe that was custom made by Bud's Exhaust. So the car's been through a lot of different looks, because I get bored of looks quickly. I don't know. This Dragon Ball one stuck with me because it took a lot of time to do. I got about 20 hours of drawing time into it, not counting me and my wife putting the stickers on in the garage. it's it took some time, and I'm proud of it. And I drew all the characters and colored them in, and I'm very pumped about how it came out. And it could have looked better. I wanted it to be just a little bit bigger on the car, to be honest. But I'm very happy with the way the car looks, and the changes will be minimal or additional, for a little bit at least. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see once I start driving it again. I might want a new look, but yeah, for now it's gonna be this, and it looks good, and I dig it. Does that pass? I mean, I don't think it passes. Oh my God, how embarrassing. The back definitely fucking passes. You ain't getting in there, Chief.